Hey there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I am so grateful you are here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to view another one of my weeklies. And to my subscribers, I cannot thank you enough for your love, your loyalty, and support. I am truly, truly grateful for each and every one of you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below for information on that, or you could hop on over to capellawellness.com. I also want to announce that I'm holding a Zoom group session on January 16th, 23rd, and 30th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 10 people per session. This is to help those navigate the challenging energies that are coming to us in 2022. All right, especially with the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces that is coming in April of this year. These sessions are to help empower us. I will give mini readings to everyone who's in the session with regards to specifics as to how you are going to best navigate these energies in 2022. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll also have a Q&A session. We'll have a healing meditation at the end. And I will reveal a surprise to those who attend. If you would like to find out more information about that, you can find that out in the description box below. I wish you all a very happy new year, all the best in 2022, and a wonderfully blessed week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you doing? I hope you are doing super. I hope your week is going well. And I send you many blessings and much, much love for this week, whenever you reach this. Happy New Year to you. If you haven't heard me tell you Happy New Year yet, I wish you a wonderful 2022. The best thing I can tell you is to stay in the light. It's going to be a doozy this year. Anyway, what we're going to do here, Gemini, is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that's what this is about. Stick around to the end so you can see what is coming to you with regards to love. What other guidance Spirit has for you, and we're going to see what Mercury Retrograde is teaching you. Mercury retrogrades on January 14th, which is in 2 days. I'm recording this on January 12th of 2022. All right, we are ready to go, Gemini. Let's see what your overall theme is for this week. Ooh. Did like a little floaty thing there. And as I say floaty thing, look, we've got all this air, feathers and birds and butterflies. Okay, signs and reminders, Gemini. You are being bombarded by synchronicities and things up the butt with regards to your life's purpose, your mission, maybe a connection with somebody, or all of the above, all right? So this is to let you know that whatever you are seeing, whatever you're coming across, it's not a coincidence. Let me tell you, Gemini, I was in this thing too, especially when my awakening phase started, and I started to see the numbers. I started to see people's name, well, my counterpart's name. I started to see things that were pointing me towards what I was supposed to do, right? Even with the YouTube stuff, it kept showing up everywhere. And I'm like, what? They want me to have a YouTube channel? And some of you know that I had no freaking intention of having a YouTube channel, and let alone doing tarot and being a spiritual advisor. Going from systems engineering to this is like, I think it's more than a 180, right? It's a complete, total overhaul. And I was getting all of these signs to do this. And it's amazing. And I thought it was crazy. Maybe you're thinking it's crazy too, Gemini, but trust in what you are being seen, even in the dreams, okay? Some of you are kind of laughing because you're saying to yourself, yeah, I'm getting bombarded by a lot of these signs and synchronicities. These are reminders. That's why the card says reminders. All right. This is to get you on your path. And you know what happens with when we see all this stuff, Gemini? It's because subconsciously, well, not subconsciously, hold up. It's because deep down inside, we're not trusting our intuition. Our intuition is telling us something, and we're still doubting it. We're losing faith. We're losing hope. It's kind of like the Hierophant in reverse, the Star card in reverse. We're doubting this kind of like disillusion stuff. And Gemini, you tend to get a lot of air cards or whatever, where it's 2 of Swords or 8 of Swords or 9 of Swords, right? You really have to just continue to go within, and whatever, even when you're visualizing something or whatever you're getting in your dreams, and you keep getting the same signs and signals over and over and over again, Gemini, it's not a joke. It's not a coincidence. It's your guides, your angels, your ancestors, even people who've passed away, who are trying to get you to see it. Because what happens is, and this is an interesting thing that that I've come across with regards to tarot, okay? So I started to think about, my mission and how I read very differently. And I realized that my purpose is to utilize tarot to get more people closer to God. And a lot of people don't necessarily make that connection, right? Yes, there is spirituality and stuff like that, but God is still part of the whole spiritual thing, right? God is still part of spirituality. It's not just about doing yoga and saying Om and wearing crystals and working with crystals, working with the phases of the moon, all that type of stuff, right? It's part of it. But what I have been specifically told, and I started to realize why I do it so differently, it's because with every other method that's being used for others to get people, not only to get closer to God, but it's really about getting closer to their higher selves, being more in tune with their higher selves, and trusting the internal guidance that's being given, because that's God speaking to you and through you. And what I've seen, and this is not a knock on religions or church or anything like that, and I talked to my parents about this, church doesn't seem to be working. Certain religions don't seem to be working because they think that they are getting closer to God. But when they leave the church, or they walk away from something and they go back to their 3D lives, they get sucked up into the 3D world, and then the whole God thing goes away. It's like when people talk about God always starts coming in when things go wrong, right? Oh my gosh, I'm sick. God, where are you? I need you. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my job. Well, God, where are you? I pray to God. I've heard of people going to church when things started going south, and they never went to church. Again, this is not being judgmental. I don't do that. I have no right to do that. This is talking about people start looking to God again when things start going south, when things go wrong, when crap hits the fan. We're supposed to be speaking to God, connecting to God every single day of our lives. And when I started to realize that the manner in which I do this and the signs that I was getting and the reminders, it's like, Jess, you're doing this different for a reason. Because we're trying to get people to see what the truth really is. And Gemini is all about truth, right? Ruled by Mercury. Communication, the truth. It's really about truth. That's what Gemini really is about. And for me, utilizing this, people want to see the cards, right? If I would do videos just about what my intuition was telling me, what with regards to what each zodiac sign needs to focus on and needs to avoid and stuff like that, people probably wouldn't watch those as much because they want the proof. There's something about wanting proof. I need concrete evidence for God to tell me this is happening, or this is my path, or this is where I'm supposed to be. And God's saying, no, Gemini, you need to trust and have faith in me. You don't need evidence all the time. And with this here, that's why you're being bombarded by every which way with regards to what you want to really know what the truth is. And look, I've been there too. I did it last week. I will be vulnerable with you guys. And I said to myself, I need to go pull a card on this, because I said to God and my angels, is there anything else I need to do for my mission? I felt like I was doing something wrong because certain things weren't necessarily happening the way that I wanted to. And I was comparing myself to other readers and other spiritual advisors and things. And I said, God, am I missing something? I didn't feel like I was, but I was still questioning my own self and my own guidance. And I kept getting the signs and stuff that you are on the right path, especially with the freaking numbers, guys. Oh my gosh. And what happened? I pulled a card and the trust card came out. You see? It happens to the best of us, I know. And I've gone through a lot already, but our 3D selves tend to kick in a little bit. So with this card right here, Gemini, do not doubt your intuition. You got to trust it. It's like the High Priestess and the Moon card. You are the High Priestess, Gemini. You don't need concrete proof. And while you're watching this video to get other insight and awareness, that's fine. But here's the thing. People have become too dependent on tarot to get them to understand things. But sometimes they want to know that everything's going to be okay. And then they'll get a really positive message and say, okay, cool, I claim it. Everything's going to be good. But then they start to see nothing is happening or things start going south. Yet their intuition is saying, Gemini or so-and-so, you need to be working on this. You need to be following this. You need to drop this job. You need to drop this connection. You need to fully surrender to me. You need to do this and stop doing that. And they don't want to do it. It's hard, guys. I know I've been there. I got so much of this. And I was like, I really am doubting this because it's completely different from what everybody else does. It's completely different from what I ever knew growing up and in my adult life. But now I see the truth in it all. That God is really here to get us on our path. And He knows better than any of us what is best for us. And it's so hard to have that faith and trust because we cannot see it. We are walking blindly in a sense, but we have to be in our heart space and trust what God is showing us. And God will continue to show us, our guides, our ancestors, even my grandparents would come in. They would send me messages with songs that were specific to them when I was growing up. And it was very touching and I would get very emotional because I'm trying not to get emotional now because they were saying, we're here with you. And we want you to understand that what you are doing is not crazy. What you are seeing is not crazy. What your heart is telling you is not off the wall. Okay? And some of you have been asking God, you've been praying a lot. God, when is this going to change? God, can you please tell me, just give me confirmation that I'm on the right path, or I'm not losing my mind, or why am I going through this, or why do not see this clearly? And then just say you ask for a feather and all of a sudden you see 3 white feathers in 3 days. But then some of you still doubt that. Look, guys, I went through the same thing. I told you what I did just last week because I was still a little bit not trusting. Because then the fear of the unknown kicks in, especially when something's going on and you're like, I don't know, why am I doubting? Why am I losing faith? Why am I having a hard time? It's because that 3D self starts to kick in, the ego starts to kick in, and the devil wants to creep in and try to get us away from that light, from what it is we're meant to be. And when I talk about using tarot, right, people need the proof. If I call out, the Emperor card and the Empress card and the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Swords, but they don't see it, they're not really going to believe me, because that's why with the tarot, oracle, they want some sort of proof. And it's hard, guys. Faith is one of the hardest things to maintain, period. I think it's even harder than forgiving people, to be honest with you. And this reading probably is also a message for me too, just to reconfirm the conversation I had with God. And God will stop me in the middle of something and literally speak to me. And I know when God speaks to me and he reassures me, all is well, my dear child, all is well. You need to trust me. God is in full control here. But at the same time, guys, we have to believe and we have to have that faith. And we have to continue to follow that light, which is leading us to our truth. It's like the sun card, the light of truth, right? The sun is about truth. So whatever you're seeing, even songs, the numbers, license plates, you're driving and you see a sign, or somebody's wearing something on a shirt, or you're going through a store and you're seeing the same thing over and over again. God is reminding you, yes, Gemini, you're not losing your mind. You're not going crazy. This is for you. It's not a facade. It's not a lie. God does not lie to us. That's the devil, okay? Keep paying attention to this, especially if you see butterflies and birds and white feathers, guys, or even clouds or balloons or rainbows. If you see a lot of that this week or in the coming months, guys, this is total confirmation of whatever messages you're going to get here. We haven't even gone through the tarot yet. It's already been 15 minutes. Ask and receive. Your prayers are being answered, Gemini. It's just that things are happening behind the scenes that you know nothing about, and you don't need to know everything, because God really wants to surprise you with something. Think about it. If we knew what was coming, we knew, okay, God's like, okay, yeah, just Gemini, whatever you asked this, here's your proof. Okay, cool. And then you're going to be like, there's no shock and awe. There's no faith. There's no trust. And here's what happens. If you get the inkling that you're going to come into union with someone, or you're going to be a millionaire, you're going to be some famous person, and you keep getting the signs, or the tarot keeps telling you, you keep seeing these things that are pointing towards that. And then all of a sudden, you get concrete proof that that's manifesting for you in your path. You're going to be like, okay, cool. You may forget to thank God. You may forget to express that gratitude. You may forget everything that led you up to that moment of that thing you were asking for, that thing that you were wanting to receive. You may miss the actual purpose as to why God is giving you this. And when you receive it, you may end up risking losing it all. Okay? That's why it's so important to understand what faith and trust is. And God works crazy miracles that are incomprehensible to the human mind. There's a lot of stuff going on up there. And with your spirit team and God, the universe, they're conspiring to answer whatever prayer you've been answering. And it will be answered in a way that you wouldn't expect. I guarantee that. You're asking for something, you will receive it, but you're going to receive it in a way that you wouldn't expect. And usually when you have that faith and trust in God, and you push through, and you are not doubting, he gives you something even better than what you're asking for. So trust in this. God is answering that. Whatever you've been praying about. This also talks about if you still need that little bit of a sign or concrete evidence, ask God to give you the sign. It's like, I'll give you an example. when I started realizing that I was in the twin flame dynamic, which they wanted me to change to like counterpart, I thought, it was like, what the hell is this? This is crazy. Like, really? What is this? And everything started leading me up until I ran into a spiritual advisor out of nowhere on the internet. And I sent her an email and she confirmed it for me. And I still doubted because she was going through the same thing. And everything that she talked about, I was experiencing. And then I ran into another YouTube. It wasn't even YouTube yet. I ran into another article online when I was doing this research on this whole twin flame thing. And it told me to ask for something specific that was relatable to me and my counterpart. To ask God, show me this symbol 3 times in 3 days to confirm what I'm asking. So I did it. I even sent myself an email. God, please show me a wine glass 3 times in 3 days to confirm that my person was my person, that I was in this twin flame dynamic, and that so-and-so was my counterpart. Let me tell you guys, the wine glass that showed up in crazy places, it still shocks me to this day. The third sign ended up being when I was at my 9-to-5 job. I parked in the parking garage, and there was a hatchback car that parked backwards, parked in reverse. And I walked by it, taking a route that I normally don't take. The person had a decal of a wine glass on the rear windshield. Okay? That was the third symbol. I never saw that car again. It was 2 years, and I put in my 2 weeks, and I left that career. I never, ever saw that decal or that car ever again. Who in the heck has a decal of a wine glass in the back of their car? I've never, ever seen anything like it. Years later, I still have never seen anything like it. So when you see things like that, Gemini, that is huge, okay? It is huge when it comes out of nowhere and you're like, what did I just see? It's not a coincidence, guys. It is not. It cannot be. The way in which the universe and God made that happen, that third time that I saw a wine glass, and I never saw that car, that decal again. That's the magic in it all, Gemini. That is the magic in it all. So let's see what you need to focus on. I know that was a little bit long-winded, but they wanted me to explain that because I can feel it from some of you. You guys are getting a lot of these signs, and some of you are still doubting a little bit. Your prayers are being answered, okay? Again, you do not have to see everything. We have the Queen of Swords. There's your energy. Okay? This is about really following that divine guidance. Especially if you're being told, hey, this is your path. You need to start doing this. It's why I talked about the YouTube stuff, and YouTube follows into the air energy, right? Because air is about communication and social media and stuff like that, right? The truth. See what I talked about air energy, guys? You really need to be in your power by not doubting. And you have to really start trusting the divine guidance that you're being given, and you communicate that to others, to the world, or whatever. You make a plan, you take action on it. That's what she does, and she doesn't make excuses. Some of you, again, may be doubting and you're making excuses saying, I'm getting these signs. Well, you asked about something and God, the universe, gave you signs and you're like, well, no, I can't. If you're getting signs to actually leave your job, you ask God, what do I do about this job? I keep getting signs and synchronicities that I should leave and I should start pursuing my life's path. And then you get the signs up the butt. And then you're saying, I can't, God. Not now, because I need to pay the bills. And I get that a lot when I work with clients. I got to pay the bills, Jess. I got to pay the bills. I'm like, well, doesn't God provide for you? And they look at me like a deer in headlights because I've never heard that before. And it happened to me too. I kept getting signs to leave my 9 to 5 job. I was making super good money in it. Okay. And I made an excuse. I said, but God, I'm a full-time mom. I got to pay the bills. It's exactly what I said. Where's the money going to come from? Really? I'm going to be doing this? And this, what the YouTube thing didn't even kick in yet, guys. They want me to build this business and be a spiritual leader and do tarot and do readings and stuff like that and help people that way. That's how I'm going to make my money. How do I know it's going to work? What happens if I lose my house? What happens if I can't pay my bills? If you can't tell, guys, my setup has been the same since I started this channel. I'm still in the same house. I'm still here. I'm still doing my work. I know some of you are actually my clients. I still talk to you. I'm not panicking. I won't lie though, because there have been times where I was still like a little bit afraid if things were a little slow with business. I'm not going to lie. It happens. God's like, you got to trust, Jess. You got to trust. You have to have faith. I answered you. I prayed a lot about certain things, and God's like, I'm working on it, Jess. And before I got on my path, I had to stop making excuses. She is so in tune with the divine, all right? She's got intuitive abilities too, even though she could be emotionally detached. But God doesn't want you to emotionally detach. God really wants you to have that head-heart balance. Don't give in so much to the logic in this into your brain. And start trusting your heart and saying, okay, you know what? I really got to start doing this now. God tells you, Gemini, time to do this. Okay, God, how am I going to work this out? Let me formulate a plan. God helps you with the plan. You communicate to your guides and angels. Okay, help me with what I'm going to do with this. How am I going to make this plan? Then they help you with the plan. And then you execute the plan. And you don't make excuses as you're heading towards your path. This is the path of truth here. She's got the sword of truth here. This is your energy, Gemini. So for some of you, you have to stop making excuses because you keep seeing the signs and you're still doubting them. You're getting too much up into your headspace. Some of you need to communicate something to somebody. You need to communicate your truth to someone. You have to see the humor in the situation. Whatever is going on right now, kind of laugh about it as best you can. Especially when things go crazy, because swords are also about life's experiences, life's lessons. Learning about your life's lessons and becoming wiser from that. And saying, you know what? Even though this happened to me, there was a huge lesson out of everything that I did, every job that I had, every person I encountered, every relationship that I was involved in. They were all lessons. I was supposed to learn from them. And then I'm going to utilize that as I continue on my spiritual path to teach that to others. This is a teacher as well. But she doesn't take any crap. She's the no BS reader like I am. She's the no BS person. I'm not dealing with this nonsense. And whatever might be going wrong, whatever hard knocks I might be going through, it's for me to make me stronger and wiser. This is, she's very mentally strong. This is what you guys need to do, but don't get so caught up in your overworking mind like 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, where you start doubting. Trust your heart, but stay mentally strong, where your heart and your mind are communicating properly and they're in balance with each other. You have to stay strong in your truth, and you have to follow your path of truth, Gemini. And whatever divine guidance you're being given, start making those plans and executing them. Because this is where your truth lies. Your path of truth lies. It is not a joke, as I said. I'm hearing get to work. Get to work on your path, Gemini. No more excuses. No more excuses. Oh, well, maybe I'm seeing this sign because, or maybe that's that, or maybe I'm crazy, or maybe I'm delusional. I'm not sure about that. I can't deal with this. There's no way I'm going to go through with that. I can't. The excuses have to stop, Gemini. They have to stop. I had to do the same thing. And I'm all better for it. It's amazing when you really jump in without fear. It's like the Fool card, without fear and no excuses and not listening to everybody else. And you listen to you and your path of truth, what God is telling you, and how everything shifts. And you start to see that everything is actually okay. We have a major arcana at the bottom of the deck. This is Virgo energy. Virgo's ruled by Mercury. Maybe you have strong Virgo in your chart. You know, got to go within. All right. Maybe this is what it is. You guys are being called to fully follow your spiritual path. This is achieving spiritual mastery right here. You got to have to isolate yourself. You got to have to really start following your destiny right here. And start learning from your life's experiences. Start to analyze them. That's what Virgo energy is about. And saying, you know what? All of this happened because, oh, I get it now. It was supposed to get me here. Oh, it's preparing me for this. Oh, now I see it. I did a lot of this and I had so many epiphanies, guys. It was unreal. The hardships that I went through, the relationships I went through, even the jobs. I was thinking about this again the other day when I had another epiphany about something about a job that I had that it was actually preparing me for what I am doing now. Everything is a preparation, Gemini. Everything. So some of you have to really go within and start really looking at things more closely and saying, looking at it, at your life's experiences and getting those lessons from them. And whatever you find, you're going to start to see a lot more truth as to what your path really is supposed to be about or what your mission is. You got to focus on your spiritual growth at this time. Removing yourself from the 3D world and really do some soul searching. You guys are being called to do something great, and some of you are still a little bit hesitant. Some of you are still doubting your path, your connection with somebody, your career, all of the above. When you get into this mode, Gemini, you're going to be revealed. God is going to reveal a lot to you. Spend a lot more time in meditation, right? And I know I talk about crystals or whatever. It's more sea salt baths. That tends to come in my readings a lot. Sea salt baths and crystals, listening to music or whatever. But that's not the end all be all. I remember I talked about spirituality because this is spiritual mastery, right? But you know what that hermit does? He really goes within to talk to God. The light of truth. Talking to God and continuing to follow the light. I talked about following the light. The light of truth, the light of God. You go within, you speak to God all the time, and He's going to help you with regards to the path that you're supposed to take. It's a long journey, guys, towards healing, spiritual growth. It took me years to get to where I'm at now. But it's a process. Virgo is earth energy. It's the slowest energy ever. You have to be patient and you have to take that time out and just go with the flow. But know that all this soul searching and achieving spiritual mastery takes time. You end up becoming the sage. And you see what I talked about? With you analyzing your life's experiences and pulling out all the gems from them, right? It's like the Elizabeth Gilbert quote. The universe places gems deep within us and then sends back to see if we could find them. This is that right there. And then you start learning from that. Oh my gosh, you gained all this wisdom, these epiphanies, holy cow. I'm now going to execute my path of truth. I'm now going to start going on my spiritual path. Because I've been doing a lot of soul searching. I've been talking to God about all of this. And then you find the gems. All of the lessons you've learned to help you achieve spiritual mastery. It's all about spiritual growth, your personal growth. Almost kind of like starting from the ground up in a sense to become more of this sage, because then you're going to be teaching others what you have learned. That is why we are here. This is Earth School, Gemini. We are here to learn and grow and evolve. And then we teach others to get them to do the same, to get them to achieve spiritual mastery, be in alignment with their higher selves, be the highest version of themselves. But my mission, it's really more about getting closer to God. Because before, I turned away from God, even though I grew up Catholic and all this stuff, and I started to doubt. I stopped praying. I stopped going to church. But I pray way more than I ever do. I'm way more closer to God than I ever thought I could be. But I realize I don't need to go to church all the time for that. If you feel like you need to, Gemini, that's fine, right? Everyone can do what they want as long as it's for their highest good. But for me, I have my own little church in a sense. But I know the first thing that I do when I wake up, I meditate, I do my meditative stretch, and then I pray for about half an hour. And then I have a telepathic conversation with my counterpart, and then I start my day. I do a lot of this. I make sure I do this because it helps me to continue to trust and to have faith. The star card is about faith. Have hope and follow the light. All right, let's see what you need to avoid. What does Gemini need to avoid for this week? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Six of Pentacles. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. There might be something about greed here. Either it might be you or it might be somebody surrounding you. This is unequal give and take right here. All right. Maybe some of you are not putting in enough effort with regards to your spiritual path. What you put into the universe is what you get out. Now, here's the thing. Gemini, if you're praying for something to happen and God's telling you, okay, Gemini, I've heard your prayer, but I need you to do this. That might be why that prayer might not be being answered, because there's co-creation with God, with the universe. You can't get something for nothing, right? So some of you have to put a lot more time, energy into your spiritual path, into your work. And that's probably why I said you could take all the sea salt baths and wear all the crystals that you want, but if you're not actually doing some soul searching, going within, spending more time in meditation, spending more time speaking to God, and actually working towards following your divine guidance on what it is you're supposed to be doing, then, you know, it's like all that other stuff you've been doing, it's kind of slowing the progress, or you're kind of, you know, you're not making that much forward progress if you just focus on certain things that you think are going to get you through with regards to spirituality. And that's why I said it's not just about yoga and crystals and sea salt baths and things like that. There's a lot more to it. It's a lot of shadow work, guys. It's a lot of doing inner work. That's why the Hermit is there. Okay. And And if this is something about money, and I talked about that, if you guys are being led towards, heading towards a path that you think is not going to be lucrative or it's going to pay the bills, you're not trusting in God. I have to flat out say it. It's exactly what I went through, and I'm still here. I still have a roof over my head. I still have hot running water, electricity, and gas to cook with, and gas for my car, and food for groceries. Sure, I'm not making my huge six-figure salary, but you know what I really truly feel, Gemini? God saying to crap with that six-figure salary, Jess, you're going to have even more than that. That will be your reward when you start to realize that money isn't everything. Materialism isn't everything. And when you are happy with the things that you once had, wait, hold on. When God sees that we are happy with without the things we once had, he gives us that back tenfold. It's the story of the book of Job, the story of Job. Job had everything. He lost it all. He even got sick. He started to doubt God. God, what did I do? Did I fail you? I didn't do anything wrong. And God's like, there's a bigger purpose to this, Job. Look at it closely. Go into hermit mode, and that's exactly what Job did. And God started to reveal to him the vastness of the universe. Do you understand what I have to do this, this, and this? That life is just more than this, than everything that you had. And then he humbled himself, and he was praising God. And even though he lost his sons and his daughters, and he had boils covering his skin, and he lost all his sheep and cattle and whatever else he had, he was still grateful to God, even though everything fell apart. And then God saw that he was still faithful to him. He didn't denounce God. He didn't quote unquote kick God in the face. He didn't curse him out. He didn't turn toward the devil. He didn't go to, evil ways or something like that. He was still grateful to God. Because he was like, you know what, God, you did give me all this. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. To continue to give me the strength and courage to continue to push through having these ailments or whatever it is. And then what did God do? He gave Job back what he lost. Double. See how that works? He stopped caring about the material stuff. And he still gave his time and energy to God. See, I look at this card. This is the crumbs card, right? You probably heard in other tarot readers, we don't take crumbs and don't get crumbs. And yeah, I get that. But when you focus on that, yeah, I'm not going to take crumbs from no one and this, and this. What happens? You start feeling anger and resentment and bitterness in your heart. That's devil energy. It's low vibrational. That is not going to help you. So when I see this, it's almost like, well, I asked God for this and I feel like I'm getting crumbs or maybe nothing because one guy is not getting anything. And maybe some of you are like, wait a minute, I asked God for this and I'm not getting my prayers. There's something you're not seeing, Gemini. And if there's something with money here, and God's been telling you to do something else about it and you're not heeding that guidance, well, then there's your answer. I said you can't get something for nothing, right? Some of you need to put a lot more time and energy into your purpose. If you want to get back what you're asking for, you got to put in the time and effort into it. If you're worried about your money with regards to your spiritual path, God's going to provide for you. God is going to provide for you. He is our only source and supply. There may be something with unpaid debts. Maybe you're worried about unpaid debts or something. Don't focus on that. Maybe some of you are going through some financial hardships or something like that. Don't worry. Balance is coming. Continue on your path of truth. okay? Don't get so greedy, or maybe you're putting something, time and effort into something, and you're not getting paid what you're supposed to get paid because this guy seems to not, he's getting some crumbs. I don't see pentacles. He's getting little, I don't know, marbles. He's getting something. The other guy is not getting anything yet. Maybe that's it. Or maybe this has to do with a contract. Now this is coming in, some sort of contract. And you're like, oh, well, that's not what I wanted. I should get more. Should you? That's a tough one to swallow, Gemini. This is greed here. Be careful with being greedy, because then God takes away all that stuff. That's why I said to be careful with the signs and reminders and learning your life's experiences and being prepared for what God gives you. It's like when God gives you that massive blessing and all that you could ever want, to include material wealth, He wants you to make sure that you don't F it up when you do receive it. I talked about it at the beginning, because there's risk of you losing it all. And if you're focusing so much on the money, it's not gonna, you're gonna manifest more of not having it. Some of you might be overly dependent on money. That's materialism. That's kind of like Four of Pentacles energy. Or maybe some of you are conditionally giving to others because you're expecting something back. We're supposed to be unconditionally giving and not giving to others and expecting them to give back to us, or expecting them to do the same thing for us. Now, here's the thing. When you are giving to someone and they have the means to give back to you and they're not, that's when you cut the cord. Because I said before, there's unequal give and take here. If you're dealing with somebody who's not giving to you what you've been giving to them, but they have the means to give back to you, they're not pulling their weight, it's time to cut the cord. There's also here where some of you need to start giving more money to charity, giving more of your time and energy for the greater good of humanity. That helps pay off your karmic debt. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. So some of you, this is dealing with a heartbreaker, somebody who's manipulating you emotionally. They say nice things to you. They could wine and dine you. And then all of a sudden, they kind of go back on it. This is unrequited love right here. So for some of you, it could even be with a family member, okay? You're giving all this love and affection and kindness to someone, and they're not giving it back to you. And you're thinking that the more kind you are, the more affectionate you are, the more love you give them, you're going to get it back. But there's something off here. This person could very well be too enamored with themselves, or they could be this very romantic person or say these things to you just to manipulate you. And then they take what they want and then they leave. And they may disappear. We don't deal with that energy, especially if you are a divine counterpart. Trust me, I went through this. It was a lesson for me to learn, but we were both at fault because I took that behavior and then this person was continuing to do that. It's almost kind of like hoovering or gaslighting or something like that, right? Or ghosting even. You know very well that somebody keeps breaking your heart but you keep putting your energy and time into this, it's time to cut the cord, guys, especially if you are a divine counterpart here. If this continues, you're not making any progress in your connection. You're not. All right? You're just not. Or somebody keeps making broken promises here. Somebody keeps canceling things on you. All right? Whatever this is for you. May not have to deal with love, right? Maybe there could be an offer that was given to you and it was making you really, really happy until you started to realize that it could be a job offer, as I was going to say. It wasn't giving you the money that you wanted. But you're like, well, I love this job. It's my fulfillment. I'm happier here. But you're not going to give me that salary? That's for somebody here. Somebody here is putting money over their happiness. Because 6 of coins, 6 of pentacles in this position is greed. And this is not judgment on you, whoever this is. The cards don't lie, and this is what I'm channeling. We have to understand the law of equal give and take, and we have to understand that money isn't everything. So if some sort of offer came in and you're like, I want more money, you could lose everything. If this job or whatever this offer is makes you very, very happy, that is where the value lies, in the happiness, in the fulfillment. He's got the Holy Grail. That's what the Holy Grail is about, ultimate fulfillment. It's the Ace of Cups, guys. It's not the Ace of Pentacles. When you're doing something that makes you feel completely filled from the inside with the unconditional love you have for something, and you're totally blissful and joyful with whatever it is that you're doing and not caring about the money at all, just like what I was doing here when I talked about leaving my high-paying job, you get into vibrational alignment of having some serious wealth. You do. But a lot of people don't understand that. It's hard for people to realize that, let alone understand. So be honest with yourself. What is more important to you? Discontentment and stress and angst and being overworked? Or being carefree and feeling renewed and rejuvenated and jovial? That's a decision somebody here has to make. And for others of you, this is disappointment. It could even be disappointment, like I said. You've been asking God for something and you're waiting to get it and you haven't received it yet. Maybe you're waiting to hear back from somebody. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right? Maybe you're waiting to hear back from them and you're asking God to hear back for something to, or somebody to express their love to you, to be vulnerable. Can you just please be honest with me and just tell me how you feel, or tell me this, right? You can't force anybody to do that. Somebody's obsessed with that. We have to let that go. There's apparently still unrequited love here. Let this person heal. Let them go on their quest for the Holy Grail. Okay? Let them go on their quest to find their ultimate fulfillment so that they can be comfortable with being expressive of their emotions. And dealing with unrequited love, Gemini, you keep getting into this cycle and you keep trying to think that this person is going to express their undying love for you and stuff, and you're giving too much into the connection. That is codependency. It's not healthy. The connection has to be balanced. Even if this is with a coworker or a friend or something, it has to be balanced. You have to stop being emotionally manipulated by this individual, especially if they keep breaking your heart all the time. And I'm going to be honest here, and this is going to hurt for some of you. This continues, Gemini, and you keep getting hurt. Why do I keep getting hurt by this person? Why do I keep getting my heart broken? It's your fault. You are the one who was allowing yourself to continue into this. And I can say this with no problem at all because I did the same thing. Especially with my person. He didn't put any time and effort into the connection. He kept trying to, manipulate me. And I was like, why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? It was so heartbreaking. It was so disappointing. But I didn't cut him out. I was making excuses. Oh, well, maybe this and that, or maybe eventually he's going to do something or say something or he'll come around. Nope. Not if you're in a light counterpart connection, guys. No, it will never happen because you have to be independent of this person. And some of you are divorced because this is a divorced individual. You have to find your own independence. If you are a counterpart, you cannot have physical sacred union manifest if you are codependent on the connection, on the individual. You have to learn how to do your healing on your own, period. That also includes no communication in the 3D, period. All right? This is from my experience. My connection did not shift until I got into this. I stopped making excuses. I was following my divine guidance. I started planning what I needed to do. I started to learn from my lessons and I started to teach others. That was my path. All right. I cut out what didn't serve me and I left it cut out for good to include my divine counterpart. I said no more of this. Some of you have to cut this out once and for all. This unrequited love stuff, the unequal give and take, taking just a little bit when you're giving so much to this person, this has to be cut out. Union will not manifest if you continue to be in these energies. It won't. Go ask God yourself. If you want to ask for signs from God, go ask God. Maybe God's already telling you, and some of you are still doubting. Look, I've been there too, all right? I'm not knocking on you guys. I'm not judging. It's just that I get very passionate because I know what I'm talking about because I've been there. It's not easy, guys. It's not, but it is part of the contract that you guys signed up for. It's part of it. You got to cut this BS out. This is BS right here. You know it, Gemini. You know it. I'm getting another message. Who's after this? Oh my God. See? Ace of Swords. You have to see the truth of the situation. Gemini, you have to cut this behavior out. You continue to experience this type of energy, it's on you. It was on me too. That's why I can say that. I had to take action. I had to do something about it, in which I did. You have to see the truth of the situation. You have clouded judgment. You're not seeing clearly, like I said. Making excuses. You have to cut this person out, this behavior. Even if it's not like your counterpart, it could be somebody who's doing this, who's manipulating you emotionally. Again, I talk about somebody here, there's a job. Maybe you're dealing with another air sign or some boss who's feminine energy, who's manipulating you emotionally, and all of a sudden the money thing comes in and it's like, oh no, well, you have to do all this work, but we're not going to pay you what we thought. Now, if you're being manipulated into this job, you got to cut that job out. But if you love this job and you're being greedy about it, again, greed doesn't get anybody anywhere. That's devil energy. Don't get caught up in that trap. Anyway, as I was saying see, Six of Swords, you're staying in turbulent waters. You have to move away from this situation. It's not for your highest good. There's a mental imbalance here, again with the cloud of judgment. You're staying for the wrong reasons. All right. There's another message for somebody here. With the Queen of Swords and the Hermit, there's somebody coming back to you, Gemini, and you've been getting a lot of signs and synchronicities about union for somebody, or somebody or something giving you a gift, or somebody expressing their love. You could be even seeing signs about marriage or proposals or messages of love. For a couple of people here, it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Somebody's coming to offer you their cup of love now that they have learned their lessons. This is the Queen of Swords. She learns her lessons. She's full of truth. No more making excuses. All right. Possibly your person is not making excuses anymore. They know they need to come forward with the truth. They've learned a lot from their life's experiences. They became a lot wiser with it. They understand now that they have to go forward on their path of truth and to communicate the truth clearly. They did a lot of soul searching. They've been isolating themselves for a very long time to help them grow more, the personal growth, the spiritual growth. They've achieved spiritual mastery because they reanalyzed everything that they went through, and they had a hard time. There was a downfall. There was some sort of like major tower moments, and they did a lot of soul searching, and they started to realize something, that as long as they followed the light of God, that everything's going to be fine. And they end up following their path of truth, and they were led towards their destiny. They're now fulfilling their mission, most likely. They could even be a teacher or counselor, maybe a writer even. I don't know. There's something with writing and publishing with the Queen of Swords, okay? Teacher, counselor, like I said. Lawyer, I don't know. Something with justice. Anyway, this person learned a lot. A lot. They're no longer making excuses. They know that they didn't do right by you, and they're coming in to balance the scales, probably with the justice that I picked up on. They're ready to give to you, Gemini. They want to give more to you than what you gave to them, because you gave them the light. You were that spark for them. Again, with the Hermit card, with the star. You were their light, their beacon of light, their beacon of hope and faith, which is the star card. And it helped inspire them to get them on their path. And the gift that you gave them of seeing the truth, of moving them away from the devilish ways of the 3D world, having them see the truth of the situation, having them learn their life's lessons, and to realize that they had the power to cut off all the bullcrap in their lives. It's like you helped save their life in a sense. And because you've done that, Gemini, they know that there's never really any way they can repay you, but they are going to give you everything your heart could ever desire, is what I'm hearing. They're not just going to give you the world, they're going to give you the universe. They really want to give back to you more than what you gave to them, because you gave them life again. And that is huge. Wow, that's a nice message. That's for like a few people here. And they're coming in as this night. They're ready to be vulnerable with you. There's a proposal here for somebody. There's fine dining. You might be given a really nice gift. It could even be a really nice engagement ring, because this is a gift and this is proposal, and that's what I'm picking up on. Somebody has a really nice engagement ring for you, Gemini. This person is very in tune with their emotions now. They understand what unconditional love is, and now they're going to give this love to you. There's also apology coming with this. This is a very artistic, very musical individual. Maybe they wrote a song for you. Maybe there's something with music here that they're going to give you. I don't know. That's what's coming up. But they're coming in to balance the scales, and they might even pay off your debt. They might even give you a windfall of money. They say, here, I know you're struggling. I'm going to give you all this money here, and I'm going to pay off your debt. Because I talked about unpaid debts, right? Somebody who undervalued you is now going to value you to a great degree here because they realized what they had lost. There's generosity and kindness here. Someone here is very wealthy because this is a very wealthy individual. Someone here has amassed a lot of wealth and they want to share that wealth with you. They're going to take very good care of you here, Gemini. And on top of that, it includes, some sort of marriage proposal, an invitation of some sort. Could even be a trip, something like that. Someone who's very, very chivalrous. Very gifted with the arts, too. There's somebody here who plays music or composes music or something like that. Guitar, piano, something like that. They're following their heart because they know their heart lies with you. Let your voice... Whoa, crap. What's the line? It's... Oh, my God. This song's coming in. There's a song by Juanes. It's called A Dios le pido. Oh, Lord. I can't remember. I should remember. There's a line that says, may your voice be this heart. Something like that. But it's a Spanish song. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, with that lyric there. Y que su voz sea esta corazón. That's what the line is. You guys can go look up the lyrics and have it translated. Whatever it says voice, voz, V-O-Z is voice. If you want to look that up, go look it up. But that's what I'm getting, what this person wants to express to you. And they're ready to give you their heart here. And it's very heartwarming. This person has a lot of love for you. They're very attracted to you too. There's a lot of affection for you as well. A lot. They're really, really attracted to you is what I'm hearing. Okay. That came out of nowhere. All right, guys. I haven't even clarified yet, and we're already at an hour, 5 minutes. Oh, well. It is what it is. We're going to look what kind of flipped out. The Three of Swords. You see that? Queen of Swords. Heartbreak. Cut out the heartbreak, guys. You follow your path of truth. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Spirit guides and angels. Oh my God. It's the Ace of Cups. What I talk about renewal and rejuvenation, okay? All right? You got to stop making excuses on heading towards what's going to bring you the ultimate fulfillment. What was I talking about? Going on the quest for the Holy Grail. Here it is, the Ace of Cups. God is handing you something incredible here, Gemini. And God wants you to take it. You keep getting signs about what's going to bring you ultimate fulfillment. Some of you are still doubting it. And look what's at the bottom. I called it the Eight of Swords. You're still doubting. There's paralyzing fear of taking that leap of faith. I don't know if I should do this. And some of you, it has to do with money. You're afraid of, you have scarcity mindset. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. You're doubting this. Why are you doubting this, Gemini? When God keeps showing you the signs, you keep asking for signs and you keep getting them and you keep doubting. You're all up in your head. Get out of your head. Get into your heart. Okay? This is not a conundrum. You're not all tied up. I can't have all these responsibilities. I feel stuck. I don't know what to do. You are never stuck. There's always a way out. You're not seeing it clearly is what I said, Gemini. You're not seeing things clearly. Take the blindfold off. God is giving this to you for a reason, Gemini. Follow this thing that brings you the ultimate fulfillment. A lot of you have to go on that path of healing. That's why the Hermit card showed up. And that healing is going to help you lead you to your purpose. You need to be renewed and rejuvenated. You got to cut out the stuff that's not bring you this ultimate fulfillment. Stop giving into that paralyzing fear. There's no doom and gloom here. Your life is not over. There's no crisis here. Your hands are not tied. Get out of those negative thoughts, Gemini. You have to trust a lot more than what you are. You have to have that confidence that you can do this. God confidence is already within you. And for the other message for those of you where this person, and yeah, the person coming back to you may very well be single and probably divorced too. I'm getting the sense that both of you are single and divorced. That's for somebody here. Okay? Somebody's not going to be single anymore because I talked about the Knight of Pentacles offering the cup of love, right? There it is. It's the start of a new romantic love. It's the start of a new beginning with experiencing the love of a lifetime with this person. Because Gemini, and your person too, Gemini, you've learned lessons and you cut everything else out that you knew wasn't for your highest good. You gave your time, energy, your talents to the world too. What did I say? When you cut out the stuff that made you happy before and you learned to live without it and you were this without it, God gives you this overflow of abundance, the love of a lifetime. The true love comes in for you, Gemini. You saw through the facade. And your person saw through it too. That's why I was saying this person is not making any excuses about coming forward with the truth. They're getting out of this. They stop doubting. They stop giving into fear. Stop being in their head. Where we talk about being in the head, being overly logical and stuff like that. That's done. That is done. Oh my God. See, look, the devil fears, uncertainties, toxic energy. Strength card at the top. This person's having the strength to come forward. You, Gemini, have to have the strength and understand with that infinity symbol, you have unlimited potential. You have to have that courage to move forward with this. You can't give in to fear. You're dressed in white, meaning you are full of this pure divine love of God already. God is with you with this. All right. Six of Pentacles. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? Thank you, Spirit. Holy. Oh my God, Gemini. We have two aces. It's the Ace of Pentacles, but you know what the Ace of Pentacles in this position clarifying the Six of Pentacles, guys? It's greed twice. Somebody here is being greedy. And again, I am not insulting you. I'm not trying to knock on you. There's no judgment here, okay? A lot of us go through this, but this is greed in this position here. Or maybe your person is being greedy, trying to take what they can from you. Be very careful. And if this has to do with money, you don't want to go on your path because it's not going to bring you money. What did I say before? When you cut out everything that was making you happy, you thought was making you happy, and you find what ultimately fulfills you, God gives that back to you double or triple or tenfold, depending on how much karma you paid back. You have two aces. Overflow of abundance, you get the true love of a lifetime, and you have financial stability and security. There's also a home with this. Gifts from God come out of nowhere, and these gifts are beyond your wildest dreams. I kid you not. God gives you back what you gave up more than what you had. He does. It's all over the Bible, and the book of Job is one of those stories. You can't make it up. All right? Others of you, you're in an unstable situation with this unequal give and take, whatever this is, or the greed thing. All right? You have to really think this through. Proceed with caution. This is risky. And if this is a job offer, right? Be careful. There's a contract here too, because Ace of Pentacles could talk about contracts, and we do have Queen of Swords here. Be careful with this contract. Don't get greedy is what I just heard. Because it may very well be that this contract is not going to be fair to you. We have fairness and balance. Be very careful. That's for somebody specific. And for others of you who are dealing with in a relationship or whatever this is with somebody who doesn't give back to you what you give to them, again, proceed with caution. God is trying to give you the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, Gemini, but if you continue to be in this type of unrequited love and this unequal give and take type of situation, you're going to miss out on the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Cards don't lie here. Okay? You're delaying your abundance, Gemini. That's why I said, especially if you're a counterpart, you continue to chase and expect this person to change all of a sudden. No, you have to cut it out and be independent. Be happily single. All right? I cannot tell you anything else. I know because I have experienced this. And God showed me, Jess, you need to stop it. You need to stop. We have two aces, guys, and look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's the freaking World card. Ultimate achievement and success is yours, but this has got to go. If you are focusing too much on the material things, on money, that's got to get cut out. If you continue to deal with somebody who takes advantage of you and they're being greedy because they're giving a little bit to you, it's like dangling the carrot in front of you, and they keep breaking your heart. They keep, taking advantage of you, whatever. You got to cut that out too. You just have to. That's low vibrational energy. That is not in alignment with these two aces. These are great gifts from God. God is trying to hand to you, but this is blocking that. You are delaying the inevitable. These are delays. A cycle is trying to end. You have to close the book to this story, Gemini. You're going to have to do it. God's trying to get things to move forward for you, but you are not heeding the guidance. Some of you, not all of you. All right? And I'm getting very passionate here, guys, because it's like some of you think that either I'm full of crap or you think that there's another way around this. If you are a counterpart, there's no other way around this. You have to let it go, and you got to follow your path of truth, and it does not deal with money. You got to learn how to live without having a lot of it if you already have a lot of it. It's exactly what I did. The gifts that God gives you by doing that is beyond your wildest dreams, is what I said. Some of you are trying to seek closure from your person. Can you just please tell me, and I'll leave you alone. If you could just confess your love or express or be vulnerable with me. Nope, can't force that. Can't force it. This is disappointment again, that things aren't progressing. But that's because you are allowing yourself to continue to be in these low vibrational conditions, situations. It's really up to you. There's a lot of stagnation here. You guys are afraid to cut this out of your life. Why are you giving in to so much fear? We saw the devil card behind the 8 of Swords. Nope. Don't give the devil that power. God is here already. Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. If God is showing you that this is your person, or things will work out well, or this is your true love, or things will get better, then trust in that. But there's stuff you got to cut out first before God could bring you those blessings. These are massive blessings right here. Stop stalling. These are delays. Why are you delaying the inevitable? Or some of you are taking shortcuts. See, I talk about be careful with the greed thing. There's something here it's going to backfire, especially with the contract. This could even be travel. Maybe a contract or some job opportunity is dealing with travel and they're trying to shortchange you. Or they're not going to pay for your travel expenses or something like that. Or whatever this is. Or you're going to be doing all this traveling and they're not going to pay you as much for all that traveling. And you're trying to ask for more money or something like that. Be careful with that. That's for somebody. Ah, it is about travel for somebody here. There's travel twice. Some of you are not heeding your divine guidance right here. There are blocks here. This is God trying to block you here. They're trying to get you. This has got to stop, Gemini. It's got to stop. Whatever this is has to stop. S-T-O-P, stop. You have to follow your divine guidance here. God knows what he's doing. We have to trust in that. Blocked by obstacles, lack of direction. You feel powerless, or somebody's being very forceful on you. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's not committed to this, hence the unrequited love. Gotta cut it out. Why are you going to put all your time and energy into somebody who's not going to commit, who's not going to put in the work? Why? It's not worth it, Gemini. Now, for the few of you, when I said that your person wants to give to you, they want to give to you, Gemini. I said a windfall of money. I talked about money. It's all about money. This person has got money, okay? This person, there's something about world recognition, or maybe they want to travel the world with you to do their joint mission. I don't know. That's what I just heard. This person wants to end the cycle of separation. That's what I just heard. They want to end the cycle of separation, and they want, I said, give you the world, did I not? But I said they don't just want to give you the world. I want to give you the universe. Holy cow. Give. See, it's not just God. God is giving you all of this through this person, because you've done the impossible, Gemini. You've done what God asked you to do. It's like Job. This person wants to travel with you, or maybe you're going to move to another country. But this is completion. This person wants to end separation. They want to start a new life with you, because what comes after the World card? The Fool card. They want to put in the work. They want to commit. They want to work on this relationship with you going forward to build something masterful, okay? They've also done a lot of inner work. They've achieved spiritual mastery too. Self-mastery. And as I say, travel, some of you, you're going to be relocating. You might moving to another country, okay? Or, again, this could be you're going to be traveling the world. Maybe this is another gift for you, because you've done so much hard work, Gemini, that your person is going to, or this is you, Gemini, you're doing this for your person. It could go either way. Your person wants you to travel with them, and you're going to take like this hiatus, and you're going to enjoy the world. You might be doing your mission work with this person around the world. You could be moving in with this person. There's something about moving houses too. This could even be somebody's coming to your house to end this cycle. They may be traveling to your home to give you a gift, an invitation of some sort. Could be a trip. Like I said, there's a trip here. All of the above. I talked about a very serious engagement ring, did I not? Oh my God, this is Jesus. This is Jesus. When I said a big engagement ring, oh boy, Gemini, get ready for this. I feel it. That like my angels are smiling, because they already know what this ring looks like. Oh my God. Okay. Not only is somebody going to propose to you, they're going to give you some very serious ring here. Okay. But they're going to give you everything. And I said they're going to take care of you. Very good care of you. They may even buy you a house, because this is a house. It could even be a contract. Something with writing, with publishing, something like that. Holy cow, Gemini. I'm just getting this huge download. Somebody here is literally going to have it all. It's like the 10 of Pentacles. You're going to get some very lucrative contract. You may be working on this publishing deal or this book or whatever writing venture this is with this person. Your person's got to pay off your debt. Your person's got to pay off whatever it is you need to pay off, give you all this money. It's like they're going to be the ultimate provider. I don't see the King of Pentacles here, but I'm feeling it. They're going to give you this windfall of money because they want to help you. This is part of their love language. This is what they want to give to you, Gemini, or you're going to be doing this to your person. Buying you a house, paying off your debt. You're going to get a contract that this person found for you or set up, or I don't know what this is. That's going to be a big contract worth a lot of money. The house that this person's buying for you is a big house worth a lot of money. The ring you're going to be getting is worth a lot of money. And my spirit guide says, Jess, you forgot about the Ace of Cups. Overflow of abundance, Gemini. Oh my God. It's like you've hit it big, Gemini. And to Geminis who are not there yet, that part of the reading that I'm talking about right now is a message for you as to what will happen when you get on your path and you cut that Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, heartbreak, unequal give and take energy, and you focus on you and you learn to be independent. And you don't worry about money when you're following your path, because this will come to you. Not only you get all this stuff from your person, Gemini, you get that love of the lifetime. Like I said, it's the overflow of abundance. This person is going to pour their heart out to you. Like a lot. It's a lot of heart-to-heart conversations here. Completely new beginning. And as I said, for some of you are like financially struggling or money's a little bit tight. You're never going to have to worry about money again. And this person is the one who's going to be providing for you with regards to your finances. And on top of that, you're going to come into some money as well. Again, with a contract or something. This person's giving you a lot of gifts. That's what I'm hearing. A lot of gifts. A lot. The trip, the ring, the house, the contract, paying off whatever it is you need to pay off. Could even be a car, because this is a car, a vehicle, the world. They're giving you the world, Gemini. They're giving you the universe again. Things are completing. Separation is done. And now both of you are heading off on a new venture. And it does involve moving and all that other good stuff that I said. Oh, wow. Okay, Gemini. I just lost track because I'm wondering what card deck I need to do now. And this is turning into a much longer reading than I expected. Okay. Let's see what your guidance is for this week. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What guidance do you have for Gemini? Thank you. Speak words of love. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Now, with these cards, if you guys want to look up the Bible verses, Google it. There's a bigger message for you here. You don't have to, but you're being encouraged to do so. Some of you may very well be speaking low vibrational things into existence. And that could be part of the Queen of Swords energy. Because she can speak, very harsh words. So she can be very detached and very cold-hearted, right? So for some of you, this talks about you speaking more, coming from a place of love when you're saying things. If there's a lot of complaining, if there's a lot of saying negative things about yourself, about a person, about your situation, you are actually speaking that into existence, okay? You have to be careful with your words, and you have to put love into every situation. If you keep saying, I don't have faith, I'm doubting, I don't think this is going to work, this life is not going to work out for me, I'm not going to make money doing my spiritual path, I'm not going to be this, I'm not going to do that, I can't do this, I can't do that. I talked about that before, right? I can't. That manifests. Okay? You are affecting your abundance. We have already seen the abundance that you can have already. Pay attention to the words that you're speaking. Because, again, it's like the magician. Your thoughts create your reality. Your words create your reality, too. A magician is Gemini energy. It's Mercury. It's words. It's thoughts. It's speaking the truth. Okay? And if you're speaking harshly to somebody, Gemini, that's not going to work either. That's low vibrational energy. Don't talk so much about the problems you're having, the fears you have, whatever failures you're experiencing, so on and so forth. You're creating that into your world. You're speaking that into existence. You have to say more positive affirmations. I am abundant. I am worthy. I am prosperous. I am successful. All those things. You can't keep complaining all the time. Sure, you have concerns about things, but when you say that out, God hears you. God's like, how am I supposed to give you the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, Gemini, when you're doubting and you're saying all these derogatory things about other people, about your situation, about yourself? And if you have complaints, if you have doubts or fears, change the way you say it. God always has the answer. You got to go within and ask God. And if you want to talk to somebody about it, speak it from a different place, not positive. It's positive, not negative. Avoid all this negative talk. Speak words more of love and of faith, okay? It says, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. God is a very powerful being. So be careful with what you're saying. Don't get into Queen of Swords in the reverse, being all cold-hearted and calculated and cold and speaking negatively. Gentleness is the path of peace, is the bottom of the deck. The Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need. Psalm 2. I can't read. Psalm chapter 23, verses 1 through 3. I think a lot of us have heard of this. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want, right? I have all that I need. See? You have to believe you have all that you need. God is with you. Choose the path of peace, not the path that doesn't bring you peace. And choose the path of love as well. All right? Let's see what Mercury Retrograde is bringing you. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. Please reveal to us for our highest good. What is Mercury Retrograde bringing Gemini? What are they teaching? What is Mercury teaching Gemini during this retrograde? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. What is Mercury Retrograde teaching Gemini? Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Well, we have the Celebrate card. It's teaching you to celebrate life, not complain about life. Okay? Enjoy yourself. Go out there and have fun, right? Life was meant for us to have fun, not to be caught up and all be mopey and complaining and, giving into fear, like, oh my gosh, the world is ending. This is also about celebrating you, Gemini. Celebrate you. Even if things aren't working out right now, even if you've lost friends, you've lost people literally, or lost something, it doesn't matter. You're still alive. You still have certain functions. You're watching this video, right? You have the internet to watch this. You could pay for the internet, those types of things. Just take a moment to celebrate who you are. Celebrate your uniqueness, okay? All the accomplishments you've made, everything that you've done so far is probably part of the hermit mode where you're reevaluating your circumstances and saying, you know what, all these things led to now, and I've learned so much, and I've grown from these relationships and from these experiences and from these jobs. It's exactly what I did, and I was like the greatest thing that I could have ever realized. You have a lot of special gifts and talents to offer the world, Gemini. It's time to start doing that with that Six of Pentacles. God has given you a gift. Use that gift for the betterment of humanity. All right? Every gift you possess is a gift from God. So maybe you should start asking yourself, what are your unique gifts? How do others perceive you? But remember, if you look about that, how others perceive you, it's not who you are. And it's funny because my counterpart told me that in a video chat. It doesn't matter how other people perceive you, because how they perceive you is not who you are, and it's not. Think about how much you've accomplished thus far, Gemini. Acknowledge the good qualities about yourself, not the low vibrational ones. Bottom of the deck is the element water. That's the Ace of Cups, right? Knight of Cups, trust your intuition. Be more in tune with your emotions. Don't be all up in your head, as we talked about, right? This is the root chakra, I think they're pointing to in this picture. West, the past. Don't focus so much on the past. Focus on the present. All right? Allow yourself to fill your heart with the divine love of God. The Ace of Cups again. All right? And really start to trust your intuition more. Especially, you know, with the signs and synchronicities we talked about, where some of you are doubting your intuition, and every time you see the signs and synchronicities and things like that, you're still like, I'm still not sure. Allow that mystery to flow into your life. Go with the ebb and flow of life. All right. I don't know what's going on. Like my nose is getting like a little stuffy or something. Maybe somebody has a stuffy nose here. This also talks about, are you willing to let go of all the pain and suffering that's happened in your past? Some of you have to release that. It's probably part of what you need to cut out. All right. And celebrate your accomplishments without judging yourself. Maybe that's what you need to be asking yourself during Mercury Retrograde. It's what it's teaching you. That's why I'm doing this in these readings. Because Mercury Retrograde, it's about reevaluating, reassessing, reviewing things. Let's see what your love situation looks like. What does Gemini's love situation look like at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Ooh. Coffin and girl talk. Endings bring new beginnings. Growth, change, liberation, and transition. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. What did I say about being independent and being happily single? You can't make it up, Gemini. A lot of you have to learn how to do this. Right now, love is not in the books for you. It will be there when you've learned to do this. Enjoy yourself. You cannot also overwork yourself to avoid things either. You have to spend more time with those friends, taking your vacations, just taking, doing things for yourself. Live in the moment and enjoy being happily single. It gets crazy when so many people think that being single, I don't get it. It's like a horrible thing. And I know for me, I was afraid of being single because I thought I was seeking validation. I needed to be in a relationship because I thought that's what would bring me happiness. But every relationship I had was like not fulfilling. Okay? It wasn't true love. It wasn't really that exciting. I went through a lot of this. Unequal give and take. I went through a lot of that, all right? A lot. And when I learned how to do this, oh my God, did it change everything. And again, if you are a light counterpart, this is a requirement. You cannot circumvent this phase of your journey. You can't. You may want to date, but you know what? I tried that and God kept, nope. That's not working for you, Jess. You have to be completely independent and kind of isolate yourself like the Hermit card. God does his greatest work in isolation, in solitude. Because you guys are being prepared for something huge here, and you need to have all of the spiritual mastery, period, and enormous spiritual growth to be ready for that mission. Remember, you have a higher purpose. So it's time for you to do this. It's for some of you, not for all of you. You got to put that nail in the coffin with that unrequited love, the unequal give and take, or whatever jobs you're dealing with that people are taking advantage of you, or they're not giving you what you're paying for, or focusing too much on the money here. You got to put an end to it. There's a transition here again with the growth. Again with the growth. When one thing ends, something begins, right? For quite a few of you, you're going to be living the life like this. This is your new beginning. Watch how your world shifts and watch how all these magical things start happening when you are in this energy right here. Again, independence with the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck is soulmates. Soul connection, partnership agreement, soul contract. What did I talk about? It's part of the agreement in the soul contract. That's what's confirming right here. I said you cannot circumvent it because it's part of the soul contract. You have to grow, and your growth is done on your own. All right? For the few of you where somebody's coming with the whole proposal and things, they're speaking their truth, offering their couple love. I said the end of separation, right? There you go. Endings bring new beginnings. There's a huge transition in your connection now because now you're moving towards union. And now you guys are going to have fun together. You're going to move on from the past. You're going to talk about what happened in your connection. You're going to move on from that. And you're going to live life happily ever after, working your mission. All right. There's the new beginning too. And it's because both of you learned how to be happily single and grow at the same time and do your healing and your life purpose and all of that stuff. And again, it's confirming the soulmate connection. There's a partnership now that will, you guys are transitioning into, because it's part of the soul agreement. So a few of you have completed the separation phase of your soul contract. The final separation. All right? Okay, Gemini. If you would like a personal reading with me, please check out the description box below for more information on that. I do have direct links to some of those readings. Or you can hop on over to capellawellness.com if you feel drawn to do so. I am holding a Zoom session with 10 people only on the 16th, 23rd, and 30th of January at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be helping the collective with navigating the challenging energies that are coming in 2022. It includes the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces. It also includes the Mars-Uranus square that is happening at the end of this week at the time I'm recording this. That's before the 16th session. And a whole bunch of other things. I'm going to give mini readings to those who sit in on the sessions. I'm going to give them specifics as to how they can best navigate these energies. We'll have a Q&A. You can ask me whatever you want. We're going to have a little fun. And I'm going to close it off with a healing meditation. And I'm also going to give a special surprise to those who sit in on it. If you want more information on that, check out the description box below, or go to capellawellness.com, go to the service suite, and underneath the coaching section, you will see all 3 listings for all 3 dates to book a seat. Grab your seat, okay? Any other questions you may have, Gemini, shoot me an email. Don't be afraid to do so. My email is in the description box below, all right? I wish you guys the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. If you haven't subscribed already, please click on that subscribe button and like this video if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.